Hi guys, I've got a really fun mat work class for you today, which is a really nice mixture of Pilates and mobility. So when you're ready, meet me at the back of the mat and we'll get straight into it. So we're going to start standing in a parallel position with our toes pointed forward, feet about hip distance apart. Take your arms down by your side, take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, lift your abdominals up, start to roll down bone by bone through your spine, let your head hang at the bottom. And then on the exhale, you're going to roll back up, stacking your spine like building blocks. And again, exhale, lift your abs up. Think about going up before you go over. Allow your arms to hang. Take a deep breath in at the bottom. And then exhale again to scoop your abdominals and stack your spine bone by bone. Now take your hands behind your head, lift tall with straight legs. We're going to go over, round spine. Inhale, flat back, soften your knees over your toes, and then exhale again to round your spine and roll back up with your hands behind your head. Twice more like this. So straight legs, round spine, curl down, exhale. Inhale, soften your knees, lengthen your spine, and exhale again, scoop your belly, round your spine to roll back up. One last time. Exhale to roll over, straight legs. Watch that you're not starting to rock back through the hips. Curl forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale again, roll back up into a nice tall posture. Roll down one last time. So straight legs again, you're going to roll down. This time, bending your knees. Take your hands down to find the mat. Walk on out to a plank position. So I want you to set up with your hands underneath your shoulders. Your legs are straight behind you. Try to really zip up through your lower abdominals and hug your ribs back towards your spine. From here, we're going to press back to bring the heels down and then come back over into a plank position. Twice more like this. Bring the hips back, anchor the heels down, lift up and over into the high plank. One more time, pulling back. Try to lengthen through the backs of the legs. Come forward. And I lied, we're going to do it one last time here. But this time when you come forward, we're going to bring the knee in towards the chest and then press back, kind of like a downward facing dog, pressing the heels down. And alternate legs. Other leg pulls in and presses back down. And again, just alternating legs here. Try to stack the shoulders over the top of the wrists each time. Now, if you can, try to add a little twist. So we're bringing the leg to the opposite elbow and across, and then pulling back. So taking it into a little oblique twist, and bring it back. If this feels like it's too much for you, just stay bringing the knee in towards your chest. We'll just do one more like this. Taking it across, and up, and back down. And then lower your knees to the mat, press back into a child's pose position, reach the arms forward for a moment, and then we'll bring the right hand in towards the right side and stretch across to the right side of the mat. So you're feeling a really nice stretch through the side of the body. Take a breath here, and do that to the other side, reaching across, lengthening and opening out through one side of the back. One more like this to each side, trying to bring your tailbone back towards your heels. And again, reach. Try to soften through the neck and shoulders. And then come back through center, reach the fingertips forward, bring your tailbone back over your heels, ripple through your spine, and just come up into a 4-point kneeling position. So this position here, like the plank, you want to have your hands directly underneath your shoulders, your knees directly underneath your hip points. You don't want to have your hands too far out or too far under. And your body position here should be really active. So I want you to think of somebody behind you giving you a hug, your rib cage pulling up, your abdominals pulling up, but you don't want to be rounding your back. So keep lengthening your head away from your tail. And once you've found this nice strong position, we're going to alternate bringing one arm up and the other arm up. So it's like a little march with the hands. So I want you to imagine the floor is lava. So as one hand goes down, the other hand is just picking up. So we're just switching at the bottom, trying not to disturb that position through the body. So keep going. Doesn't really look like much, but I want you to feel the work through your core. Try to keep that length through the spine, strength through the abs. Now, if you want to pick it up a notch, you can tuck your toes, hover your knees, keep the body position strong, and do the same thing. Squeezing it up, squeezing it up. Remember, head reaches away from the tail. Your abs are scooping and lifting up towards your back. 4 more of these. 3 and 4. Drop your knees, press back into a child's pose position one last time, and roll yourself up so you're kneeling. So from here, we're going to take the left leg forward, so we're in a lunge position. So your foot should be in line with your hip. Your knee should be over the top of your ankle. So my left leg is forward. I'm going to take my right hand down so it's opposite my foot. The left arm reaches up by the ear, and you're going to open all the way over to look towards the back ankle. Take it back around. Now try tucking the toes, lifting and stretching that back leg. So you're in like a long lunge position. So the arm reaches up, open all the way, try to look towards the back ankle, reverse that, come back and stretch it up. Keep going, arm reaches forward, open your chest to the ceiling, keep hugging that front thigh in towards your midline. Stretch it up, twice more. If you want to pick it up a notch, when you come back, tuck the back toes, flex the front foot, bring your forehead towards your knee, and then come back down and around. So the arm goes forward, lift it up, pull it back. Remember, round back here, take it forward and around. And then come back into a hamstring stretch, bringing the toes back towards your nose, squaring off the hips, roll the shoulders open, and just gently fold over that front leg for a moment. Stay here for a breath in and a long exhale. And then take your hands to the inside of your leg and the foot around. And we'll do that to the other side. So foot is forward, I've got my right leg forward, my right knee is over the top of my right ankle, left hand comes down to find the mat. Reach the right arm forward, lengthen through the spine, take it all the way around, and then reverse that, come forward, pick the back leg up, stretch, and forward. Just try to find a little bit of flow in this movement. You don't have to be particularly rigid. Think about lifting your abdominals up towards your back. So everything you do has to start from a strong core. Abs initiate the movement, and you want to keep that nice and light and engaged. Let's do another 2 more. If you want to, you can pick it up, test your balance before you take it through. Again, pick it up, round the back, square the hips. And the last 2 here, you can pick it up, take it forward, reach all the way around. Last time. And around. And then take it back for that hamstring stretch. Pull the toes back, try to square your hips off, abs lift up, a long straight spine. Stay here for a breath in and a breath out. And then take your hands to the inside, flip it around, come back into that all fours position, hug your abs up towards your spine. We're going to take one leg up, and one arm up, and then thread it all the way through. And then take the hand back under the shoulder. Changing it over, reach up, and then glide the back of the hand along the mat, and then come back to that strong 4-point kneeling position. Open the body, thread it through, press into that supporting palm, come back, one last time here, thread it through, and come back. Take your hands forward of your shoulders and then lower yourself down onto your stomach. So just wriggle back just a little bit. We'll take our legs hip distance apart, palm on top of palm, and just lower your body down onto the mat. So I want you to feel your abdominals lifting up towards your spine, just a little bit of leg engagement, but you're not gripping your glutes, you're not gripping your legs. What I want you to do is take a deep breath in, reach out through the crown of your head, lift up, exhale to lower back down. So it's a breath in to come up and an exhale to lower back down. You can keep pressing your legs down into the mat behind you. Your abs have to start the movement here as you come up. It's more of a lengthening action than a cranking and a lifting into the back. So we'll just do 3 more. Reach out through the crown of the head, lower back down, twice more. Think about the shoulder blades gliding down your back. 1 more. Inhale, lift up. This time, exhale, you're going to take the arms down by the side, take them back underneath the forehead and lower back down. So again, it's an in breath to come up, an exhale to reach, open your shoulders, keep your eye line down towards the mat, take the hands back underneath the head and lower back down. Try to stay really lengthened through the lower spine. You'll find when you lift your back up like this, you'll tend to mainly lift through the lower spine. And I want you to think about lifting through the thoracic, more through the mid-back, upper back. Good, stack the hands, lower back down. Once more, strong lift up, reach back, keep the legs pressing down behind you, restack the hands and come back. Now take your hands in by your sides, lift your stomach up, pull yourself back into a child's pose, stretch for a moment, and then tuck your toes, walk yourself all the way up to standing. So we're going to start again, feet in parallel, hip distance apart, arms down by the side, breathe in to prepare, exhale to roll all the way down now with straight legs. Once your fingertips touch the mat, I want you to bend the left knee and twist away from me, taking the eye line up towards the ceiling, and then look back down to the mat. Bend the right knee, twist towards me, open the chest, take the eye line back down. Once more like this to each side, switching legs, reaching up, and come back down. Keep breathing, open up, and take it back down, and then soften your knees, curl up through the spine, bone by bone. Once more like this. Another roll down, lift up through the lower abs. Keep your knees soft. You can give your head a little bit of a shake. Find the mat with your hands, bend the left knee, and we're going to twist away. So you come towards me, I'm going to reach, and then find the mat. And switch legs, rotate away from me, take your eye line up to the ceiling, and then find the mat. Try to feel that nice lengthening through the back of the legs, through the hamstrings. The hips can stay relatively still here. Switch through the legs, take the eye line the way you're going, and come back. Now bend your knees and stack your spine, drop your tailbone down, scoop your belly in and up, and roll back up. 1 more roll down. Lift up before you go over, abs draw in, straight legs to roll down, find the mat, walk on out into your plank position. So the fingers are pointed forward, legs are straight behind you. Stretch through one leg, lift it up, lift your abs up, lower that leg back down. Change legs, abs and ribs lift up, reach that long leg away and take it down. Now press back into that downward facing dog position or elephant position, biceps by the ears. Come all the way back over. Switch legs, so use the opposite leg first, come up, take it back down. Try not to disturb your spine or your pelvis when you lift that leg up. Lower it back down and press back. And now ripple over. I want you to lift your back up towards the ceiling. Find that nice, strong high plank position. And we're going to rock the hips to one side, come back through center, off to the other side, back to that high plank position. If this feels like it's too much, you can lower your knees and do the same action from side to side. Remember to really press your fingertips into the mat. You want to try to lengthen through the wrists. Keep the shoulder blades pulling apart on your back. You don't want to be sinking through. Let's do one more rock to each side. Keep the breath just going, breathing through. And then soften your knees. Pull your hips back, reach your fingertips forward. Take the right hand down by the right side. Stretch towards the right side of the mat. And switch it over to the left side of the mat. One more time to the right. Keep pulling your tailbone back towards your heels. And the last time, reaching it over. And then come back through center now. So reaching the fingertips forward, the tailbone back, long through the spine. You're going to ripple up and over. So this is like a modified push-up position here. So the hands are under the shoulders. If you want to do a full push-up, you can do a full push-up, but we're going to keep the elbows hugging in towards our sides. Go down, one strong push-up, and then lead with your abs again. Pull back into the child's pose. Come up and over, 2 push-ups now. Down, press, again, down, press. Start with your abdominals, pull it on back, come forward. So it's a little ladder. Surprise, we've got 3. We're going up to 5, 2, again, 3. Abs lead the way, pull back, nearly there. Round spine into a flat back. We've got 4. Keep the length through the spine, 2, 3. Remember, you can do a full push-up. And 4. Lift the abs up, stretch the spine back, 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 back. Come forward again. Here we go, it's 5. Press the fingertips down. 2. Full range, 3. 4. Good, keep those elbows pulling into your sides. 5. And press back. Really nice. Roll yourself up. Come up onto your knees. Take the left leg forward. Make sure the knee is over the ankle. Right hand finds the mat. Reach the left arm out. Take it all the way over. Now, if you want to, you can tap the toes. Come on back. Go straight into that progression that we did before, pulling back and stretching the leg. If you're adding a little bend of the back leg, a quad stretch here, coming forward and pulling back, trying to get just a little bit of flow happening, opening through the thoracic. It's a really nice stretch through the hip flexors. And of course, you know, you can do what we did before without the reach and without the full lift. Let's just do 2 more. Only if it feels comfortable for you and your body. Pull back. Little tap. Pull back. And then come forward. Take the hands to the inside of the leg. Oh, sorry, we'll go back into the hamstring stretch. So toes pull back and just fold forward for a moment here, keeping the shoulders pressing away from the ears, reaching long through the spine. You could probably go just a little deeper now because you're a little bit warmer. And then take the hand to the inside of the leg, flip it around, come on up, and we'll do that on the other side. So make sure you're in a nice strong position, your abs are still engaging, and you're taking the left hand to the inside of the foot, reach the right arm up, go all the way open, a little tap, come back. Now pull your abs up. This is not a flat back, it's a round spine. Your feet should be hip distance apart here. So not like you're kind of balancing on a tightrope. You want to have your legs as wide as the hips. Reach and open your body. Take it around, lift your core up. Twice more. You're doing really well. Keep moving. stretch. Good. Pull it back, pull it back. Suspend this last one, just hold for a moment, and then drop that knee down gently. Take it back to the mat, roll the shoulders open, and lengthen your spine out and forward and over that leg. Take a breath. Hands go to the inside of the leg, flip it around. Take it back into a 4-point kneeling position. We're going to extend the right leg out to the side. Take the right arm up to the ceiling and then thread that needle all the way through, pressing firmly into the supporting palm. Unwind, reach up. One more time like that. Abs lift up, reach all the way through. Try to keep the shoulders pulling down, away from the ears, and then come back. Switcheroo to the other side, left leg out, left arm goes up, open your body, and then thread it all the way through. Really try to feel the support of the hand into the mat and press into that supporting palm to get a little bit more rotation through the body. Thread through. Take it all the way up and come back to the mat. Bring your knee back, walk your hands forward, and then lower yourself down onto your stomach again. So this time we're going to start with the arms out in front. So reaching the palms, so the thumbs are almost touching, legs are wider than the hips. Inhale, squeeze the legs together. So we're trying to really pull the legs together, elbows into the sides. Inhale like you're diving through water here. You're going to reach and squeeze. Remember to keep your abdominals hugging in towards your spine. So you're not flexing your abs. It's not about tensing your abdominals. I want you to feel like you're wrapping your core around, back in towards your back. Open your chest, squeeze the legs together. Arms and legs reach out. Lift like you're lifting above water here. Let's do 2 more. Reach, press into the back. 1 more. Really good. Reach, reach, squeeze, and press. Come back into a child's pose position. For a moment, take a breath here. And then come all the way up. So we're going to go into a little glute sequence, but firstly, starting with some hip mobility. So this is my favorite way to warm up the hips, a really nice way to stretch the hip flexors without actually doing a lunge or anything like that. It makes you really mobile, really strong, and really resilient. So come down onto your elbows. So I'm going to keep my left elbow underneath my left shoulder. My right hand is on the mat, and I'm going to use my right leg. So the leg is going to lift up at a right angle. Take it all the way out to the side and down. So it's a controlled articular rotation of the hip. So our hip is a ball and socket joint. You shouldn't just be moving forward and back or out to the side. You really want to work through that full range of motion. So your legs should be parallel here. Open right out, out, out and up like a dog in the park and come down. Let's just do 2 more. In this direction, try to push to go to your full range each time. So you don't need weights, you don't need a band, but you do have to work with your muscles to get that full range of motion. Let's reverse that circle, go up like a dog in the park, take it into parallel and down. Up to the side, rotate into a parallel alignment so the knee points down towards the floor. Really good. Let's do 3 more. Out to the side, around and down. Pick it right up and down. 1 more. Really, really nice. Keep going and bring it back in. So now we're going to go straight out to the side. A proper dog in the park going straight up. Watch when you lift that leg that you're not turning it in, you're not turning it out. So the hips are staying stable and you're just lifting straight out to the side. We'll do 5 more like this, going straight up. 2, keep going, squeeze it up high. 3, 4, 5, and now a donkey kick to the back. straight up and down. 2, 3, we'll just do 10. So watch that you're not extending this leg out. I think about holding a ball behind that knee. So you're stretching behind, in front of the hip to engage your glutes. Pick it right up. Let's just do 2 more. I'm a great counter. Good. And then out to the side here, just the top edge for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then to the back, just the top edge, going up, squeeze the glute, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep the shoulders down, 7, 8, lift the abs for the last 2, 10, and then bring that knee in to the tricep, extend it behind the hip, cross on that diagonal, lower the long leg, lift it up, and then up and over a hurdle to squeeze in. Take it out, lower the long leg, lift it up. Try to wrap your core around, engage your core correctly. Keep the shoulders pulling down the back. Pull it in. We'll just do 4 more like this. Pulling it in. The shoulders are working super hard here too. Really organizing your shoulders well will stop you feeling that pain through the wrists. Good, keep going. 2 more. Lower. Lift. 1 more. Take it back. Lower. Lift. And then come all the way back for a moment of peace. I promise we'll stretch our glutes out in just a second. So take a moment to breathe here. And then when you're ready, flip on over and we'll do that all on the other side. So set on up with your elbows, again, underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. I'm going to keep my right elbow down and bring my left hand to the mat using my left leg. So square off the shoulders and the hips, and we'll start that hip car on the other side. So the leg will lift straight up. Remember to keep that right angle of the leg and work to take it all the way out to the side, up really, really high. When you move your leg, I don't want you to rock to the side or start to arch through the back to get more movement through the hips. So imagine your pelvis and your spine staying completely still, and it's just the leg working in the hip socket. Let's reverse that movement. So out to the side, shoulders stay down, pick it all the way up and around and bring it in. Keep your focus into your lower core muscles, hugging back towards your spine, your pelvic floor lifting up, and you're just breathing through nice and easy. So not tensing, not gripping, not sucking your belly button back in towards your spine. So you should still be able to breathe. Let's do 1 more. Nice, guys. So bring it down, and then we'll go straight out to the side. Full range of movement, straight up and down for 10. Still try to keep the pelvis pretty undisturbed here. The spine stays still, and it's that top edge of movement that is the most special. You have to squeeze to lift it up. 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, and the last 1. Take it to the back. Remember not to extend the leg. Keep it at that strong right angle. Really good. 4 and 5. Keep going. 6. 4 more. Hug the abs back. 2 more. And the last 1. Ready, just the top edge going up. 2, 3, squeeze up. 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going. 8, 9, squeeze up. 10, and to the back, just that top edge. 2, 3, stretch through the front of the hip. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're going to hold up. 10, don't lower that leg down. Come all the way over to the tricep, extend that leg back on the diagonal, behind the hip, lower lift the long leg, up and over a hurdle, squeeze it in, take it out, lower and lift. Try to keep your body still, squeeze and reach, lower and lift. And it's a different pull to come in, a push to go out, lower and lift, squeeze. There's no need to rush. This is all for the best. Squeeze it in, press it out. Let's do 2 more. Bring it in, stretch it long, lower, lift. 1 more. Squeeze it out, lower and lift. And come all the way back. Release your pelvis back just for a moment. And then flip all the way over and we'll do a little ab sequence to finish. So lower back down onto the mat here. We're going to begin just with an easy chest lift. So your feet should be, again, parallel, hip distance apart. Take your hands behind your head. Now I want your fingers interlaced. Your thumbs should be running down the base of your skull. So no hands here. I want you to make like a little hammock for your head. Your elbows should be just in your peripheral vision. So think of your head as the last bone in your spine, right? So when you lift up, you're not tensing forward and you're not jutting your chin up to the ceiling. So it should be a nice, long, even curl up through the spine. And another thing is I don't want you to tuck your tailbone under and squeeze your bottom. So your pelvis should stay in a neutral position, right? So hands cup the head, support the neck. It's an exhale to come up, an inhale to lower down. So you shouldn't feel any tension through the neck as you lift and lower. Out breath to come up, inhale to lower down. Each time you lift, your abdominals should be sinking down. So as you come up, you're flexing. It's tempting to kind of grip your abs. So I'll show you, when you come up, my abs are tight here, but I'm not working the right muscles. So it should be relaxed through the pelvis, abs are sinking back. Let's do 5 more. Out breath, come up, inhale, lower down. So we're trying to work the deepest layer of our abdominals first, before your 6-pack muscle, before your obliques start to kick in. Let's do 2 more. Come up, soften the neck. Stay here on the last one. If you can, if you feel good, float your legs to tabletop, knees stack over the top of the pelvis, and just continue that chest lift here. So exhale up, inhale, lower. Draw that exhale out. So without the breath, there is no core work. Unless you're breathing as you're doing this, your abdominals will not be working properly. So I know you hear a lot of, keep breathing from trainers, which is a normal thing to hear. But what you want to focus on here is the coordination of the breath with the movement. Out breath on the effort, inhale to lower. 4 more. Keep going. 3 more. The last 2, you're doing so good. Hold those legs with your abs. Last 1. And now keep your legs lifted. Take your arms down to your side. And we're going to do a little leg float. So the same angle at the knees. 1 leg lowers down. Try not to take that leg away. So we're keeping that right angle, stabilizing through the trunk. Dip the leg. Come back. Nothing moves. Dip the other leg. Come back. Arms pressed down. A little lift at the bottom and then lower back down. So we're going 1 leg down. Abs draw in and up. The other leg goes down. Abs draw in and up. And if you can, you're bringing your pelvis towards your rib cage. Now, it doesn't have to be a really big lift here. What I want you to feel is that mobilization of the lower spine. Your arms can really work as you lift it up. So your triceps are working. The backs of your arms are definitely engaged. Keep going. If you want to pick this up a notch, you can do this with straight legs, yeah? So straight legs, a little lift, you can go a little higher, lower back down. One leg goes down, bring it up. The other leg goes down, bring it up. And then it's a little jackknife and down. Keep going. One leg lowers, the other leg lowers. Try not to arch through your back. And a little lift and down. Let's just do one more. Lower the leg. Stabilize your core. Only go down as low as you know you can keep that control. Little lift and come back. Really nice. So now bend the knees. Take both arms out to a T position. Inhale to take the legs across. Try to glue the inner thighs together. Exhale to bring it back, working through the obliques. Inhale off to the other side. Exhale, wrap your core to come back through center. Think about softening the back of your rib cage down towards the mat. Bring it back. One more to each side. Inhale. Abs, abs, abs to come back. Press your arms down into the mat. Open your chest. Come on back. Lower one leg down at a time. And from here, we're just going to finish taking the legs to one side and swinging the top leg over for a really nice stretch, like you're dusting the floor. And then reverse that, the leg moves first. Draw your core in deeply. Come back through center. We'll do that to the other side. So the legs start to drift off to the side. Going to take the top leg over, open your chest up to the ceiling, and then sweep the floor. Control through your core to come back. One more to each side. You get a nice swing happening. Last time. Good. Tuck your hands in, do a little rock and roll to come up, and you're all done. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. I hope you feel amazing, and I'll see you next time.